Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Movies with Mia. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Mia Tiffany, and here we are watching the greatest classic films throughout history. Today, it is Halloween, and we have a very special double feature planned. We are going to be watching Frankenstein and The Bride of Frankenstein. First things first, I'd like to shout out my Golden Oscar patrons. Guys, thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. And if you're interested in becoming an exclusive VIP Tiffany Club member, then I highly encourage you to check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. If you're not quite interested in becoming a patron, however you still want to support the channel, why not consider buying me a movie ticket? Currently, all movie ticket donations are being raised so that I can hire an editor to get more content out to you all quicker. If that sounds like something you'd be willing to support, head on over to www.buymeacoffee.com/Mia Tiffany, and I have linked that down in the description. And honestly guys, the best form of support is simply to share this video amongst friends and family and anywhere and with anyone who you think might enjoy this type of content. Frankenstein was released in 1931, directed by James Whale, starring Colin Clive, Mae Clark, John Bowles, and Boris Karloff, with other notable performances by Dwight Frye, Edward Van Sloan, and Frederick Carr. And Bride of Frankenstein was released in 1935, directed yet again by James Whale, featuring Boris Karloff, Colin Clive, and Elsa Lanchester, with other notable performances by Valerie Hobson, Ernest Thesiger, and E.E. Clive. Alright everyone, at this point we are going to get into some historical background. For those of you who want to jump right onto the film reaction, go for it. But for those of you who are going to stay, we're going to get right into it. There were a few attempts at adaptations of Mary Shelley's Gothic novel of A Man Reanimated, but none as successful as James Whale's Frankenstein. After the successful film adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula, Universal decided to ride the coattails of the lucrative monster craze that the 1931 film generated for them. Universal studio head Carl Laemmle Jr. purchased the rights to John L. Balderston's much-anticipated stage adaptation of Peggy Webling's British stage adaptation of Mary Shelley's original novel titled Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus. And fun fact, Peggy Webling's adaptation was the first noted retelling that named the monster Frankenstein, which is where the common misconception happens of people thinking that the monster's name is Frankenstein rather than the doctor who created the monster. Now, once the film rights were secured, the studio began making suggestions for casting. Universal's first choice for casting was Dracula himself, Mr. Bela Lugosi. Lugosi was keen on playing the doctor who creates the monster. However, Universal wanted him to play the monster himself in order to keep top billing, because apparently that was very common at that time for contracted players. Now, it was obvious right off the bat that Lugosi just was not the right match for the monster. That luxury would be afforded to a B-listed actor by the name of William Henry Pratt, more commonly known as Boris Karloff. Now, this was much to the chagrin of the studios. They did not quite want Karloff playing the role of the monster because he was a B-lister at the time. But as it is with all of these great iconic stories, he blew it out of the water. Frankenstein cost $250,000 to create, and it generated over $2 million at the box offices. And it was reported that Karloff was so terrifying in the movie that people were petrified to horror. Following the massive success that was generated by the first Frankenstein, Universal expressed interest in creating a sequel that was as lucrative as its predecessor. Carl Laemmle Jr. wanted the director of the first film, James Whale, to direct the sequel. Whale initially refused this opportunity because he felt that it was really just beating a dead horse, like kind of backpacking off of a success that was already made. But it became clear to Laemmle that Whale was the only director that could pull off a successful sequel after his success on the film The Invisible Man in 1932. Whale eventually relented with a caveat that he'd be able to create a film that he was very excited for Universal called One More River. Once Whale was signed on to the project, the next hoop was securing a screenwriter to create a satisfying continuation of the story. Whale called on John L. Balderston, who drew inspiration from the original source, Shelley's novel. Balderston laid a great foundation for the screenplay, but Whale felt that his work lacked the pizzazz that it needed. So Whale called on William Hurlbut to really add magic to the story. And the final project was just that, magic. Bride of Frankenstein was very profitable for Universal, generating $2 million at the box office. This was another win for Universal and for James Whale. With that being said, I am so excited to watch Frankenstein and The Bride of Frankenstein, but before we get into that, we are literally less than 500 subscribers away from the big 10K, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. All right, everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, get cozy, and let's get into Frankenstein and The Bride of Frankenstein.
How do you do?
Hello.
We're about to unfold the story of Frankenstein. I think it will thrill you. It might even horrify you. We've warned you.
It's like, we warned you guys. It's a scary movie. That is so funny. Oh, they kept the monster a secret. There's a big question mark. I wonder why they did that. That's kind of cool. So we have a disclaimer and we have some mystery as to who the monster is. It's always a sad time, funerals.
Down, you fool.
Oh, I would hate that job of having to bury a person. They've already set this beginning scene in real eeriness. The shadowy lighting, obviously the cries of people. It's very eerie.
Now.
I like the bell tolling in the back. Oh my god, they let him just dig that, put all that dirt back in that hole. They should just knock the guy out.
No time to lose.
Oh wow. I don't know. I feel some type of way about people who like rob graves. I just feel like you're disrupting this person's eternal rest.
He's just resting, waiting for a new life to come. Here we are. Look, climb up and cut the rope. Here's the knife.
Oh, they're taking another body. Even if you have never seen this film before, you know the tropes of Frankenstein. You know the doctor, you know the procedure. It's just interesting that that has become such a facet of our pulp culture.
The brain is useless. We must find another brain. Here we have the most perfect specimens of the human brain, and here the abnormal brain of the typical criminal.
Why is Dr. Frankenstein very handsome? He's a handsome guy.
The scarcity of convolutions on the frontal lobe, and the distinct degeneration of the middle frontal lobe. Both of these jars will remain here for your further inspection.
Yeah, so this takes place in the 1930s. So I thought that this movie took place in like the 1800s. So it's kind of cool that it's modern, at least for the time that it came out. Is he gonna steal something else? Oh, they're gonna steal the brain. Oh my god, dude, you literally just dropped it. It's not like a vase, it's like you literally just dropped a brain! And he took the dysfunctional one. Gee whiz.
Victor, you must help me.
Of course I'll help you.
I can't understand. My work must come first, even before you. What can he mean?
He means that you're not as important as his work. He's on the brink of something.
The very day we announced our engagement, he told me of his experiments. Still, I worry. I can't help it. Have you seen him?
I met him walking alone in the woods. I asked him if I might visit his laboratory. He said he'd let no one go there.
Yeah, that would be very concerning to me as well. Henry has kept everything very hush-hush.
I'll go to Henry's old professor in medical school. Perhaps he can tell me more about all this. You know I'd go to the ends of the earth for you.
I'm far too fond of you.
I wish you were.
I'm sorry, isn't she engaged to Henry? What's the flirting?
I'm coming with you.
But Elizabeth, you can't.
Herr Frankenstein is greatly changed.
How?
His insane ambition to create life. The bodies we use in our dissecting room were not perfect enough for his experiments.
That concept has always fascinated me, the idea that, you know, you can't have genius without a little madness. So to kind of see it in this film, just as a personal thing for me, is very exciting.
The bodies of animals.
Herr Frankenstein was interested in human life, to destroy it, then recreate it.
You have influence with Henry. Won't you come with us?
If you wish it, I will go.
I don't know if any of you have read the book, but Frankenstein, the book, is really good.
The storm will be magnificent. There's nothing to fear. No blood, no decay. Here's the final touch. The brain you stole, Fritz.
The dysfunctional brain you stole. This is complete madness, bro. Oh my gosh. Like, just thinking you could reanimate someone.
15 minutes, the storm should be at its height. What's that? Nobody must come here. It's Dr. Waldman, Fritz. You can't see him.
He's like, go away. Do not come back. And I think the 30s really captured the aesthetic of German Expressionism, and then the late 40s, early 50s really captured the tone.
Open the door!
What do you want?
It's Elizabeth!
Oh, can't you see I mustn't be disturbed? My experiment is almost completed.
I believe in you, but I cannot leave you tonight.
Oh, he wasn't expecting that one. Now they're all there to witness what he's creating.
You quite sure you want to come in? Very well. I learned a great deal from you about the ultraviolet ray. You were wrong. And your proof?
He's like, and? He's like, who are you to tell me that I'm wrong?
You really believe that you can bring life to the dead? Go and see for yourself. Quite a good scene, isn't it?
Oh my god, I can't wait to see what he looks like. I mean, I know what he looks like, but just like in the movie. The storm! This is the moment of truth. This is the big one. Oh, and the platform raising! I could just imagine being in the theater, just like freaking terrified out of my mind. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's moving.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
It's alive! The iconic line! It's alive!
Henry is well, but he's very busy.
You think I'm an idiot, don't you? But I'm not.
Baron, you don't understand.
I understand perfectly well. There's another woman, and you're afraid to tell me.
No, not quite another woman, but another person.
If you please, Herr Baron, the Burgomaster.
Tell him to go away.
When will the wedding be, if you please?
Unless Henry comes to his senses, there'll be no wedding at all.
I don't know why she's still willing to marry Frankenstein. I literally would have been gone. Have fun with your experiments, buddy. I'm out.
You see how it is. The whole village has kept waiting, and I kept waiting. Henry must come home.
What about his work?
Stuff and nonsense.
Wow, they're really loyal to him for wanting him to continue his work. Maybe they saw it and they just decided to believe in him.
This creature of yours should be kept under guard. He will prove dangerous. Have you never wanted to do anything that was dangerous? Or to know what changes a darkness into light?
I really find Dr. Frankenstein very interesting in this movie, and I feel like it really does capture at least the way that I saw Frankenstein while reading the original novel.
We have a fiend whose brain must be given time. It came from your own laboratory. The brain that was stolen was a criminal brain. It's only a piece of dead tissue.
I wouldn't be so sure. We still haven't seen the monster yet either. Oh my god. It's kind of cool. Like, the anticipation is killing me.
You have created a monster and it will destroy you. I've got to experiment further. So far, he's been kept in complete darkness. Here he comes. Let's turn out the light.
Oh, and I remember he doesn't like fire. I remember that's another trope. So was it a good idea to keep him in darkness for the first 3 days of his life? I don't know. Oh my god. They introduced him, like, where we can't see his face. There he is. The iconic Frankenstein! This is so cool! And, like, this is from 1931 and I have goosebumps.
Come in.
Oh my god, I would have been terrified.
Sit down. It understands.
Not the light. It's okay. Slow, slow. The fact that he's so silent and so stoic. He's not, like, frantic and everywhere. It's freaking terrifying.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Go and sit down.
Oh, he's using hand gestures to communicate.
Frankenstein, Frankenstein, where is it? Where is it?
Bro, too much stimulation, bro. Put the fire away. Why are you screaming? Like you knew what he looked like. You helped him create him. What are you talking about? Oh, no, he's fighting.
Fetch the rope, quick. Get him to the cellar.
Oh, no, man. He looks so scary. Look how tall he looks. Bro, this is not the way.
Oh, Red, you will have the whole countryside on us. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Take the fire away. Clearly he doesn't like the fire. Also, he's stronger than you. Can't you see him? Who is screaming like that? Oh my gosh. That's horrible. They're torturing this poor guy.
Miss.
Oh, he's being freaking eaten.
Come on, Doctor, quick, hurry.
Did he hang him? Oh, like the criminal. You gotta use positive reinforcement. All of this negative, not good. I'm about to open this door, baby. Oh my gosh.
She hated Fitz. Fitz always tormented him. Well, what can we do? Kill it.
No, don't kill it. All the time he spent on that thing? You have to teach him.
It's murder. It's our only chance. Come, quick, hurry. Here it is. It's very strong.
He reminds me of like a scared little puppy. There's an aspect to him that is innocent, and I feel like as an audience member, I can connect with that. Oh, you're done. Oh, I'm telling you, black and white just makes it scarier. Okay. Yeah, Go to sleep.
Are you hurt? No, I'm all right. It's nothing.
He's alright after getting freaking thrown across the room by the monster? Amazing.
What's happening here? Elizabeth and your father are coming up the hill to see you. They must not see that. Here, quick.
Pretty sort of place for my son to be in.
All those loud noises, it makes me nervous. About to wake that monster back up.
Where's Henry?
He can't be disturbed just now.
Oh, can't he?
Henry.
Elizabeth.
Oh.
Help me.
Dr. Bradman, come quickly!
He exerted all his energy trying to freaking fight off the monster.
You got any brandy? Now drink. I'm going to take you home with me.
What will happen to my experiment? I will see that it is painlessly destroyed.
You'll soon feel better when you get out of here.
Have a sick feeling that that doctor's not going to be able to quell this monster. And we know that there's a sequel, obviously, so he doesn't get destroyed. He's like studying the monster. He's waking up. Oh, he's going to kill him right then and there. That's what's going to happen. Ooh! He's like, you're trying to take me apart? That ain't gonna work, baby. Oh my gosh. Yep, I told you. That doctor did not know what he was getting himself into. He looks so creepy. Uh-oh, he opened the door. Uh-oh, he's escaping. It's not his fault that he was given a dysfunctional brain. He didn't ask to be reanimated. It's really the selfishness of Frankenstein.
It's like heaven being with you again.
Heaven wasn't so far away all the time, you know.
Those horrible days and nights.
You're not to think of those things anymore.
When will our wedding be?
Let's make it soon.
All the other scenes that we've seen were dark and shadowy, very chiaroscuro lighting, and then we get that one beautifully lit, natural, sunlighted scene. I really just used all the descriptor words there. That was really beautiful to kind of show some serenity amidst all of this chaos, essentially.
Your great-grandfather wore this, Henry. I hope in 30 years a youngster of yours will be carrying on the tradition. Here's a health to a son of the house of Frankenstein.
There's like a moment of serenity before things about to go real down, right? Because that monster's loose now. We're celebrating the wedding.
I'm very pleased to see you all. I hope there's plenty of beer. At all events, more where that came from.
Yay! More beer for us. Nothing says German wedding like lederhosen and a whole bunch of beer. Oh no.
I'll just take a look at my traps.
You stay and play with the kitty, huh?
Daddy, won't you stay and play with me a little while?
I'm too busy, darling. Be a good girl now.
Bye, Daddy.
He's leaving his daughter alone. She looks too young to be left alone by herself. Oh God. Oh, please don't do anything to this poor little girl.
I'm Maria. Will you play with me?
It's funny that he's just his mind is as much of a child as she is. It's very interesting.
Would you like one of my flowers?
Oh, that's nice.
You have those, and I'll have these. See how mine float?
Oh. Oh, perfect. He did it correctly. Good job. Oh my gosh, she's so precious. Yay. Oh, there's no more. It's like, can I have some more, please? Oh, whoa, what?
No!
Okay, that's okay. Just swim back to shore. Just swim back to shore. It's fine. Oh my God, no. Oh my gosh, he just freaking threw that baby girl into the freaking lake.
Henry!
Oh, wow, her dress.
I'm so glad you're safe.
Is anything wrong?
It was just a mood. I'm afraid. Where's Dr. Waldman? Why is he late for the wedding?
Oh, he's always late.
He ain't late, he dead. Listen to your soon-to-be wife.
Something is coming between us. I know it. If I could just get it out of my mind.
Henry! Dr. Baldwin. Dr. Baldwin's been murdered in the tower.
I wonder how many people, like, went to this movie, right? And just immediately left the theater. Like, was just like, nope, I can't do this. I'm done.
The monster. He's been seen in the hills terrorizing the mountainside.
He's like, Daddy, I'm home. Oh my gosh. What? You could just step on that train and she could just trip right then and there. Oh my God, no, he didn't kill her. No.
Don't let it come here.
Gosh. It's the body of a little girl. He looks so dazed, bro. Wow. Oh, he's just showing all these people. We really feel his confusion in this scene.
Mylan, what is it? What is it? She's drowned. Why'd you bring her here? She's been murdered.
Yeah! There can be no wedding while this horrible creation of mine is still alive.
And he wanted to play God. Frankenstein, you.
I'll go with you. No, you stay here and look after Elizabeth. Whatever happens, I leave her in your care.
You will search the woods. Those are your group. Herr Frankenstein, you will take to the mountains.
Oh man, this is terrible. Wait a second, but how do the people know who they're looking for? I guess you just kind of have to believe that maybe Frankenstein told them who they're looking for. They're coming for him. Oh no.
Come on, boys. Keep together. Oh, come back. This way.
Herr Frankenstein! Hello!
There he is. He's like, hello, father. They're about to show down. Try again.
Listen. It's Frankenstein.
He knocked him clean out. That looks like so bad. He's taking him back to the tower. To the windmill. They're gonna set it ablaze. It's all wood. It makes sense. Jeez, I'm trying to break the door down. Oh, dang. Fantastic. Fantastic shot. He's like, you can't leave me. I'll never let you leave. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, there's no way he survived that. He's done. His back is broken, neck broken, something's broken.
Frankenstein!
I told you they were gonna set it ablaze. He's screaming, poor thing. That is some fantastic special effects. It looks like he was maybe either behind a screen or superimposed in there. I don't know. See, you can't help but, like, sympathize with him in this moment. There you go. It's a very haunting image. Them just yelling around this burning mill.
Well, what's all this?
We thought that Mr. Henry could do with a glass of wine.
A fine old lady, my grandmother. Prevent my grandfather drinking this.
Loved that little comedic relief. Cannot believe Frankenstein is alive.
As I said before, I say again, here's to a son, to the house of Frankenstein.
And that's the end. Wow. I feel like there was kind of an open-endedness to that, but it does leave some open-endedness for a sequel, which we will be watching shortly. But first, I really loved the aesthetic of this film. I loved that it was influenced by German Expressionism. You got that in the set design, especially in the tower in which the monster was created, and then at the end with like the angular rocks. The buildings were very very long and tall. I really appreciated that, especially now watching a few films of German Expressionism. I think also the makeup on Karloff was terrifying. It was so terrifying, and just everything that went into making the monster was fascinating. I think the fact that they didn't allow him to talk, more grunt and like movements, that was really cool how Karloff captured that. But there also is an aspect to the monster that's very innocent. He still is trying to understand the world around him. They really left some way for the audience to connect with Frankenstein. And I really appreciated that because it really did make him more palatable versus just like this death machine that just loves to kill things and kill people. And I think that's what made his character so iconic, is the fact that, you know, audiences could kind of find some sympathy with the monster. So yeah, overall, I very much enjoyed that, and I'm very excited to watch The Bride of Frankenstein. Thank you guys so much for watching this with me. Monster's mate? Question mark? Another question mark? But I see that Elsa Lanchester also got her name there still. Very cool that they kind of left that up for mystery.
Savage exhibition of nature. Possibly those thunders of our dear Shelley. What of my Mary? She is an angel.
She's supposed to be Mary Shelley. That's so cute.
You know how lightning alarms me.
And yet you have written a tale that sent my blood into icy creeps.
Such an audience needs something stronger than a pretty little love story.
As the story goes, Mary Shelley came up with the idea of Frankenstein in that little room with Byron and Percy on a stormy evening. So it's kind of cool that that's sort of like dramatizing that in a way. It's very cool.
I do think it a shame, Mary, to end your story quite so suddenly.
Would you like to hear what happened after that?
I'm all ears.
Imagine yourself standing by the wreckage of the mill.
Oh, I love that this begins with a story, and that's what kind of leads us into the actual story. It's very cool.
Best bar I ever saw in all my life. I'm glad to see the monster roasted to death.
It's terrible.
All the devil's work. You better cross yourself quick, Mother, before he gets you.
We as the audience have really had the chance to sort of sympathize with the monsters, so to see them kind of act that way, I'm like, no, you guys haven't gotten a chance to really meet him.
Poor Mr. Henry.
Cover him up. Tell the old Baron Frankenstein we are bringing his son home. Oh, shut up.
Oh, shut up. I have no idea how he was able to survive that fall. Literally, his back is broken.
Oh, Hans, he must
be dead. Nothing can bring our little Maria back. Come back, Hans! Maria drowned to death and you burned up. What should I do then?
See, this is why you don't go into freaking burnt down mills. God, you're gonna get yourself hurt, pal. He's the worst. There he is. Just a few cuts and bruises. Man, he's a goner. The owl's like, oh shoot. What did I just witness?
Hans, where are you? Give me your hand, Hans.
He's the monster. Oh, he just threw that poor old woman. Wow. Okay, maybe I take back a little bit what I said about freaking sympathizing with him. You better run. She wanted to talk all that talk and now she's running away.
Oh, heaven, what is this?
Oh, milady, how can we tell you?
Bring him in.
They recasted Elizabeth. Oh, I hate recastings because it always takes you right out of the story. Because it's like, who is this new person?
Albert,
What do you want?
the monster, it's alive.
Shut up, you old fool.
I saw it.
We don't believe in ghosts.
He's like, pish posh. We don't believe in ghosts. Oh, this set design is beautiful.
Speak to me, Henry.
He'll never speak again.
I was told beware my wedding night.
I love the archways and the open floor. It's beautiful.
He's alive!
Say it again, he's alive.
Elizabeth.
What a terrible wedding night.
It was probably easier to kind of get into this. Because this movie came out 4 years after the original, 4 years later, they probably didn't even notice the recasting.
You'll soon be better, Henry.
I feel almost myself again.
Forget all this horrible experience.
Forget? If only I could forget.
Yeah, definitely don't try to play God. This is the moral of this story.
I dreamed of being the first to give to the world the formula for life. Think of the power to create a man. I did it. I created a man.
Technically, we do have the power to create life. Like having children, you're still technically creating a man even though it's a baby. We already have that power. Maybe you should try something else.
Henry, don't say those things. It's blasphemous and wicked.
It may be that I'm intended to know the secret of life.
No. It's the devil that prompts you.
Oh my god, I love the costumes of the 1930s. That's the one thing that I'll never get over is the costuming. It's so beautiful.
While you've been lying here tossing in your delirium, a strange apparition has seemed to appear in the room. Look, there, nearer, Henry!
It's okay, she's getting herself all in a tizzy and there's nothing there.
Let me in, my good woman. I know the young Baron Frankenstein. Tell him that Dr. Pretorius is here.
Oh, that is a fantastic, not only lighting, but also camera shot. That was beautiful. A very ominous feel to it.
What was it? What was the name?
Dr. Pretorius.
Who's there?
It's Minnie, milady. It's Dr. Pretorius. He says he wants to see the master.
Pretorius. It's a very, very intense name. Wow. Sounds like a word. Pretorius.
Tonight. Alone.
Bring him in. Won't you come in, Doctor? This is Professor Pretorius. He used to be Doctor of Philosophy at the university.
Oh my gosh, he's so, like, serious. I love it.
Henry's been very ill, Professor. He shouldn't be disturbed.
Why have you come here tonight?
It's private.
Elizabeth.
Oh.
Please.
He's saying, leave the room, Elizabeth. You're not wanted.
What do you want?
We must work together.
This is outrageous.
I must beg you to reconsider. It is you who are responsible for all those murders.
Oh, yeah. He wants to work with him to venture further into this new concept of reanimating life.
Are you threatening me?
I had ventured to hope that you and I together might probe the mysteries of life and death.
I can't make any further experiments. I've had a terrible lesson.
There's something that I really love about just the overall design of the film. I like how it has a lot of influences of the kind of Victorian type architecture, but then also it has the costuming of the 1930s, so you kind of get a mesh to create something unique in itself.
But you and I have gone too far to stop. I also have continued with my experiments. You must see my creation. I think you will be interested in what I have to show you.
Oh, so he's also been creating some new life. Very intriguing.
But you will need a coat.
Okay, so now we're gonna see Dr. Pretorius's work. That's quite pretorious. Just kidding. I really feel like that's a word.
I would like to drink to our partnership, to a new world of gods and monsters.
I kind of like this Dr. Pretorius. I feel like he's there's sort of a campiness to him, but also he's really enjoyable to watch as well.
My experiments did not turn out quite like yours, Henry. My first experiment was so lovely that we made her a queen.
That is amazing, that effect. I think that's transimposition, right? Or superimposition.
Then, of course, we had to have a king. Now he's so madly in love with her that we have to segregate them. I have to be very careful with the king. Now behave.
And of course he looks like Henry VIII, right?
The next one is the very devil. There's a certain resemblance to me, don't you think? I took a great deal of pains with him. Oh, there's the king out again.
Should make himself a few pawns and he could have a chessboard full of them.
This isn't science, more like black magic. I grew my creatures. You did achieve results that I have missed. What a world-astounding collaboration we should be.
Love how they're really setting up this idea to create another. It's very cool how they're setting it up.
No. Follow the lead of nature. Alone you have created a man. We will create his mate. Be fruitful and multiply.
His mate. A woman. Definitely a lot of biblical subtext in this film. Poor guy's been in the freaking forest for days. I think in this second one I am starting to experience some kind of feelings, because part of me still sympathizes with him, but the other part of me is like, why am I sympathizing with literally a monster who's killing people? So I'm experiencing some of those emotions, definitely. She's gonna scream. And she's wearing a crucifix. Oh, but he's saving her. He saved you! Yeah, she's wearing a crucifix and also she's a shepherd. It's a lot of biblical subtext. Oh, and now he's smothering her.
Shoot!
Don't shoot! Run! Run, monster, run! Okay, she fell. He did not touch her in that sense.
What is it now? The monster. He's in the woods.
Right now he's injured in the woods alone. Oh, he's gonna throw down that boulder. Don't do that, sir. Don't do that. He's going to do it! Oh, man, you're a goner. That's a big boulder. Oh, man. He doesn't realize that the more people he kills, the more people are gonna try and kill him.
Bind him securely. Tie his feet fast.
I'll bind him.
I'm sure she'd be really happy to bind him. She is all bark and no bite. Okay, now they have him kind of hanging like, almost sort of like on a cross. What's with all the biblical subtext of this movie?
Now take him down to the old dungeon, put him in chains.
Ooh. It's almost like they were nailing the nails, and it's really a lot like the crucifix of Jesus, or crucifixion.
Now I can get back to more important duties.
Oh, boy. He freaking ate those chains. Like, try me. If you're gonna hold me, you gotta hold me in something a little bit stronger than chains, guys. He done broke the door down.
Just an escaped lunatic, quite harmless.
They really thought they were gonna hold him with a few little blocks of wood and some metal chains.
Why don't you shoot him?
Where's Frida? Frida? Where's Frida?
Oh, Lord!
Oh, Frida. Why is he killing, like, innocent people? That's what I'm not understanding. Are we supposed to be sympathizing with him, or is he a bad guy? I'm very confused. Oh, the beautiful sound of a violin. He's like a baby. A destructive baby, but a baby nonetheless. I think this man is going to be kind to him. I feel that sense.
Who's there?
I love how the light is sort of shimmering off of the man. I don't know if that's an effect or if that's just the way that some people come up in the light. Oh, Oh, he's blind.
You're welcome, my friend, whoever you are. I think you're a stranger to me. I cannot see anything, but I'm blind.
This is someone showing him kindness for the first time.
No one will hurt you here. What's the matter? You're hurt. Sit down. Now tell me, who are you?
He's like, I wish I could.
don't understand.
I don't know English. Why is this low-key really wholesome amidst some of these like scarier scenes?
I cannot see and you cannot speak.
That's
If
it.
you understand what I'm saying, put your hand on my shoulder.
Oh my gosh, he understands
good.
him. Wow, what a beautiful scene to put into this, humanizing the monster.
I have prayed for God to send me a friend. It's very lonely here. I shall look after you and you will comfort me. Now you must sleep.
That is so beautiful. Wow, definitely getting like Maria vibes from Metropolis.
Our Father, I thank thee. Thou hast brought two of thy lonely children together. Amen.
It's like a friendship that goes beyond. Look, he's crying. Oh my God, a friendship that goes beyond merely, you know, the physical form.
This is bread.
Bread.
And this is wine to drink.
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 Good.
Bread and wine, come on, more religious subtext, stop. Anyway, all that needed to happen was some act of kindness and understanding to really get him accustomed to our world versus just approaching him with violence and torturing and negativity.
We are friends, you and I. And now for a smoke.
Smoke. Oh no. Oh, he doesn't like the fire. Oh, don't kill him, please.
No. This is good. You try.
This is good.
Good. I was all alone. It is bad to be alone. Bad.
Oh, he's introducing him to the idea of having someone, a companion.
This is wood for the fire. Wood. And this is fire.
No good.
There is good and there is bad. Bad.
Really goes to show you how brilliant Boris Karloff is. He's able to kind of show the animalistic side of the monster, but then there's also a part of him that's very innocent and childlike, and he's really capturing both of those things to create the characterization of the monster.
Good. Music.
Oh no.
Come in, friends, and rest a while.
But also, we know why he doesn't like fire, because for the first 3 days of his life, he was left in darkness. So he didn't know what it was. Gosh, the thinking of the writing! Delicious. The kind man.
Look, it's the monster.
What are you doing? This is my friend.
This is the fiend that's been murdering half the countryside.
Love the lighting on his face. Very shadowy and light at the same time. No!
Why do you do this? Friend!
Oh, they took his friend. Oh man, the outside world came in, destroyed the little happiness he had. Why is he just breaking stuff? Oh, poor guy. Is he going into a grave? He's either hiding or he's probably like, I'm just going back to where I belong type mentality, you know, like sort of giving up all hope. He's probably just hiding. It's a woman. She's not alive, honey. Karloff at this point in his life, he could never really quite find his big break until Frankenstein. Really goes to show you that you're never too old to just do something that you never thought you could do before. I just think that's amazing and so inspiring. Oh, that's Pretorius.
What does it say?
Beloved daughter of...
How old was she?
Aged 19 years, 3 months.
Get to work.
Mercy on us.
I am of the sense of believing in some kind of spirits, and so I wouldn't want any of that juju.
Well, Doctor, I guess that's all for tonight.
I shall wait here for a bit. I rather like this place.
That's morbid. I couldn't imagine spending more than a minute and a half in a mausoleum. I'd be so terrified.
I give you the monster.
He's like, hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Smoke.
He's talking to him just so casually. I love it. Didn't run away. He's like, oh, hello.
Make man. Woman. Do you know who Henry Frankenstein is?
Made me. I love dead. Hate living.
Isn't that all of us, Frankenstein? I mean, Monster.
Good evening, Henry. Congratulations on your marriage.
I don't know what your business is with my husband. I am not frightened of it or of you. Your visit now is most unwelcome.
Oh, you tell him, sister. She is like, you better get out of my husband's life.
I'll see that the baggage is put in. Then we're leaving.
I have created a perfect human brain, already living but dormant.
What?
I don't want to hear.
Why is Pretorius actually kind of better at this than Frankenstein?
I expected this. Perhaps he can persuade you.
Which is I.
No.
Frankenstein.
There have been developments since he came to me.
He taught him all the right things. I can see this ending very poorly for Pretorius. Something about it just seems really poor.
What do you want?
You know.
I won't even discuss it until he's gone.
Must do it.
Nothing can make me go on with it.
Now.
They're gonna take Elizabeth. He's like, maybe I can convince you further by taking your wife. You're about to get snatched, girl.
Is that you, Henry?
A wife for a wife. Oh my god, like a life for a life? A wife for a wife.
Oh, sir, she's gone. He's got her.
This is Pretorius' doing. I assure you that the Baroness will be safely returned.
Man, talk about motivation. Now you have to make him a mate to have yours back.
I can find no trace of Elizabeth. But if you can bring her back, I'll do anything that you want. I think the heart is beating, but the rhythm of the beat is uneven. Increase the saline solution.
Came to work on time. Ready to go. It's amazing that they were able to do all this with frickin' electricity.
Look, the beat is increasing. It stopped. Shall I increase the current? This heart is useless. I must have another.
Love how this is called Bride of Frankenstein, but we have yet to see the bride. I really am eager to see his bride.
Carl. What we need is a female victim of sudden death. There are always accidental deaths occurring.
Hope it's worth it, pal. Oh, he straight up just killed someone. He literally killed someone. Wow.
It's beating perfectly. Just as in life. It was a very fresh one. Where did you get it? It was a police case.
Oh my god. Pretorius knew that he literally killed a woman. It's like time is of the essence.
Work. I'm exhausted. I must get sleep. I'll settle him for a little while. Drink.
Drink. Good. Get him a smoke too. Let him just chill out.
Good. That'll keep you quiet.
I think it's not necessarily giving someone life, but bringing someone back to life that they fancy.
The heart is beating more regularly now. Shall we put the heart in now? Yes. Bring it over.
Oh, I love these freaking Dutch angles. I'm getting my Dutch angle fixed this week.
The storm is rising. It's going to be a terrific storm. We shall be ready. The kites. Are the kites ready?
It looks like Metropolis. I like how the first movie started with the procedure and then ended with the angry mob, and this movie started with the angry mob and ended with the procedure. I think that's kind of cool how that they flipped-flopped that. As it ascends to the top.
Let go, number one.
It's definitely a more elaborate procedure, like topping the first one.
It's coming up!
Ooh, did you see that shot? He looks almost demonic. That's creepy. She's alive. She's alive. Say it. Say it.
She's alive. Alive!
She's alive. Thank you for that. Made my entire night. Oh, she looks gorgeous. Her outfit. This queen.
The Bride of Frankenstein.
Her hair is beautiful. She is gorgeous. She is stunning. I love that dress too. Oh my gosh. He's like, let me meet my lady.
Friend? Friend?
Oh my god, blood curdling scream. She's like, don't touch me. She looks like a robot. I kind of love it though. She's like, all these experiences are new.
She hates me.
No, she doesn't hate
Like
you.
others. Look out! The lever! You'll blow us all to atoms.
Uh-oh. He's like, I will break this entire laboratory.
Under the door! Henry, I want to let you come!
But I can't leave them. I can't. You live. Go. You stay.
Oh, he's gonna get Pretorius. I told you. I told you something was gonna happen to him.
We belong dead.
Well, there's that. We got to see the bride for what, like 10 seconds?
Darling.
Oh, and that's the end. Gotta wait for the next movie. They again left it very open-ended so that they could have another film, which there is one. Yeah, very cool. I very much liked the second film of The Bride of Frankenstein because it characterizes the monster much more. We get to see sort of a more of an innocent, almost human side of him, especially with his friend in the woods. And then, of course, the bride. Elsa Lanchester is absolutely stunning. She looks beautiful. And I love the way, even though we only got to see her for like 5 minutes maybe, the way she's kind of understanding the world and like her movements, and it's exactly what you would expect someone reanimated to act like. Very mechanical, not really understanding what's going on or what's happening. Very cool that we got to see that. And then, of course, I didn't talk about it because it was kind of happening quickly, but the fast cuts when we were seeing her of different angles of her face, that was a brilliant idea to really showcase the beauty of this reanimated woman. Yeah, I very much thoroughly enjoyed that, and thank God that the studio could get James Whale to do the sequel, because I don't feel that any other director could have done it. I mean, it's his work, and he really did something special with it. So yeah, fantastic film. Guys, thank you so much for watching this double feature with me. I had such a blast. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. As always, if you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, guys, we are literally less than 500 away from the big 10K. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. Oh, that sounded bad. That sounds better. If you'd like to see this film's full reaction, you will find it on my Patreon, as well as our FlickPick polls, which allow you to vote for future videos, and our MWM live watch parties, where every other Saturday night at 6 p.m. Arizona time, we sit down and we watch one classic film live via Zoom. If that sounds like something of interest to you, then I highly encourage you to check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. If you're not quite interested in becoming a patron, however you still want to support the channel, why not consider buying me a movie ticket? Currently, all movie ticket donations are being raised so that I can hire an editor to get more content out to you all quicker. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in supporting, head on over to www.buymeacoffee.com/Mia Tiffany. And I have linked that down in the description. And of course, the best form of support is simply to share this video amongst friends and family and anywhere else and with anyone else who you think might enjoy this type of content. In the next video, I'm actually going to be releasing our Whatever Happened to Baby Jane video. I know the schedule was a little weird, but yeah, so our next video is going to be Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. If you have a recommendation for any classic Hollywood films, head on over to our website, www.miatiffany.com, scroll all the way down, and you'll find our recommendation form. If you aren't quite sure of what I've reacted to on the channel, fear not. I do have a LetterBoxd account under the handle @MomMiaTiffany. There you will find all of the movies I've reacted to, as well as a link to where you can find them on YouTube. And while you're on social media, why not follow me on Facebook and Twitter @MoviesWithMia, and on Instagram and TikTok @MoviesWithMia_. As always, guys, this is such a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you, boo, in the next video. Oh, and happy Halloween as well. All right, bye. Please do not mind my attire. This is our Halloween special, and I am dressed for the occasion. Starring Colin Clive, May Clark, I can't talk, Boris Karloff, Colin Clive. Alright, freaking cape is so long. The studio began suggesting Odsher burgers. I had to just see what I wrote. By the name of William Henry Platt. Pratt, not Platt, Pratt. Okay, now this was much to the chagrin of, is it chagrin or chagrin? How did Dracula wear this thing? It is so long and tedious. Chagrin. Much to the chagrin. Okay, which allow you to vote for future videos. Okay, that was, it's a little rough.